Could well be the highlight of the day. And do you think if Venus's knee is playing up at all, that Francesca Schiavone might just be able to end that losing sequence against her?
Also, what has been very impressive, no one really knew how she would react coming into a Grand Slam as the top seed. You know, she's not won a Grand Slam yet, but it's still an added pressure coming in as the top seed. It carries a lot of weight.
We had some great scenes here because Roger Federer is practicing just behind us, but you were commentating for him on the last 3 or 4 points. He was very keen to see how his fellow countryman was going to do.
Absolutely, and at one point it was quite interesting because he stopped and all of them came up to the net there and they were all looking up at the screen just to try and find out what exactly was going on. Of course, we were telling them point by point, and I think that was one of the best matches of the tournament so far. I mean, fantastic resilience and
we were worried about him physically beforehand, the problems he suffered against Andy Murray. Now he's got to dust himself down and get ready to play Mikhail Yuzhny, who looked really cool as he saw off Tommy Robredo in 4 sets much earlier in the day.
Well, you do have...
It's going to be tough, but he's got to think to himself, okay, let's dig deep. This is where your team really comes into play. I'm sure he has a physiotherapist traveling with him, so the physiotherapist will look at his body, ice bath right away after this match, hot and cold. Which I liked what she said was about her consistency. I mean, my dad and I, we made 300 balls in a row. A lot of the younger players, you see them practicing and they're missing balls left, right, and center. You watch the legends of the game like Jimmy Connors, John McEnroe, Martina Navratilova here, they don't miss any balls. And that's what juniors have to take off. It means you have to have a ball that's a rally ball, that's consistent.
Final brief word about Sam Querrey, who knew that he was carrying the hopes of the host nation in the men's singles, and he's got to go home and be proud of his achievements, hasn't he?
Well, I'm sure.
It was a slow burner, but it certainly developed into one of, if not the matches of the Open so far. Venus Williams in just a few moments' time. Let's briefly round up what else has been